Excerpts from the book Create Your Life by Force by Nevellution. Everything you can imagine is real. Pablo Picasso. You may say it's hard to be happy and maintain positive thoughts all the time. Well, you see, it's like going to the gym to exercise. Not many like to go and work out. It's too much like hard work. It's tedious and somewhat boring, to say the least. I know this because I have forced myself to go 5 days a week for the past 20-odd years. However, when you go, get started, and keep it up, each time it gets better and easier. When the results start to show, you become addicted and you can't stop going. You become programmed, just like the muscles in your body get programmed. We call it muscle memory. It just tones right back up there as soon as we start to pump iron during our workout. It's like that for the mind too. When you start to focus on your thoughts and keep them only on positive things, it will become a habit, and it will be an easy thing to do over time. Eventually, your mind will block nearly all negative thoughts on autopilot through your awareness. There will be times when you react to a situation or person that catches you off guard. It happens to me from time to time. It's normal. When it does, just reflect on your past moods, thoughts, and behavior, and you will then recognize why negative events or people have suddenly appeared in your life. Be conscious of them to prevent further negative encounters. You see, the mind is everything, if only we would use it properly. You just have to get it started and practice the art of thinking positive things all the time. And it will get easier with time for sure. Once you establish this habitual way of thinking, you will find your life will begin to change drastically. The way you feel will change. The people you want to hang around with or draw to you will be of a happy, positive, and prosperous nature. You will attract into your life many positive events, new relationships, better job opportunities with more money, and material wealth. Your business will start to flourish and expand beyond your comprehension. You will start to see things you didn't see before around you, and also start to appreciate things around you, such as nature in its entirety. I know this for a fact, as I make time in my life to observe the birds, the trees in my gardens, and all of nature's animals. Time will begin to expand. You will feel you have more time on your hands than ever before. You see, when we focus on the fact that we are busy and have no time, and get wrapped up in negative situations, that's what appears in our lives via the force. The feeling of running out of time and experiencing constant issues and problems. Remember this. You may have heard it before, but it's a good quote to know. Where your focus goes, your energy flows. Whatever you put your mind on and believe it to be fact or true, it will appear in your life. The mind does not know the difference between imagined acts and acts carried out in the physical world. Science has proven this fact with tests on the human brain. Some people don't realize this and continue to entertain negative thinking, as it becomes the norm in their minds to do so. They constantly feel bad. They complain all the time. They moan of ill health, gossip constantly, and gloat over others' misfortunes. This is a cycle of constant negative thinking and a recipe for disaster, a life of misery, poverty, bad luck, ill health, and unhappiness. But they continue to do it. Why? Because they don't know any better. It's how they were programmed at an early age in life. Your mental programs become your fixed, limited beliefs that control how you think, your thoughts of others, your beliefs about money, your self-image, your communication skills, your behavior, and your self-belief in life as you get older. It's like your mental hard drive is playing on a loop. You see, beliefs are nothing more than thought repetition in the subconscious mind that shapes your future. From Chapter 2, The Force. If you are in conversation with someone who upsets you for whatever reason, see and hear his or her responses. See the person being nice to you and smiling. Feel the grip of his or her warm handshake or the embrace of a genuine hug and experience total understanding of the subject matter, giving the whole story a new meaning, with a feel-good factor all throughout your movie. During this time, you will be in what I call a controlled daydream, or you could call it a controlled state of mind. If you do the process right, you will feel totally aroused and emotionally charged from all your senses. You will experience total abandonment of yourself during the process, and a feeling of being not present elsewhere. You will be back in that moment, reliving that whole episode again. Do this process several times until it feels completely real, and you believe and feel it has changed. Then watch how the force brings about change, and how your screen of life begins to display positive events with different feelings and experiences. From Chapter 3, How to Rehearse the Past. If you are confronted by a negative situation, never react to it in kind, as it will trigger negative emotions and feelings that will create more negative experiences to appear in your life. Respond in a way that will neutralize or diffuse the negative energy by rehearsal in the mind. If you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. Wayne Dyer. From Chapter 11, Perception. If you are in a relationship or marriage that is going through tough times or has lost its spark, you can use this powerful creative process to recreate the joy of love and happiness you once had back into the relationship. Recall all the good memories you once experienced with your partner. Rehearse them over and over in your mind's eye. Follow the creative process outlined earlier in this chapter, and watch how things start to change for the better. It will feel like the chemistry between you just came back by itself. You will feel your partner has changed for the better and give no credit to the creative process and events leading up to the desired outcome. The turn of events will feel bizarre as your relationship moves from misery to happiness with the same two people, but it's true. I've seen it over and over. Focus only on how you want your relationship to be, and it will be so, especially as you believe it to be true in your imagination, and you remain focused on your changed situation. See it as if it has already happened, as if it's a done deal, so to speak, and then watch it appear in your life experience. Don't worry about the how and when. Remember to just let it be, and it will unfold and happen naturally. This creative process will surely rejuvenate your relationship. However, if you leave it to chance, you will only see more of the same unhappiness, failure, and perhaps separation. When you get distracted, start again, but keep it simple and focus on what you want with all the detail and senses as though it's already happened. Make it feel as real as you can. See the things that you want as already yours. Know that they will come to you at need. Then let them come. Don't fret and worry about them. Don't think about your lack of them. Think of them as yours, as belonging to you, as already in your possession. Robert Collier. From Chapter 14, Creating Your Perfect Relationship. Our inner speech has a major influence on our attitude, and altering our inner conversations in our imagination will dramatically change our attitude, thus changing our experiences in our daily life. When we match our mental conversations with emotion to our goals and desires in life, we find that the creative force delivers our desires and goals to us, fulfilled exactly how we envisioned them in our minds. When we realize our dreams from this exercise, we feel the outcome was fate, luck, or meant to happen. We find it hard to comprehend at first that all things are generated from the energy of our imagination and conversations in the mind. But once we believe it to be true and understand all things are energy, we can create the life we want and realize all things are possible. So if we don't like what's happening to us in life, we must change our mental conversations and remain focused on our renewed way of thought and speech. Always be aware of any negative circumstances that may lead you to stray and contaminate your thinking by returning you to a negative frame of mind, which in turn creates a life of negative experiences once more. The mind is like a magnifying glass. When focused, it will burn your desire into existence. From Chapter 15, Conversations in the Mind. When I was a child, ladies and gentlemen, I was a dreamer. I read comic books, and I was the hero of the comic book. I saw movies, and I was the hero in the movie. So every dream I ever dreamed has come true 100 times. Elvis Presley. Imagination is more important than knowledge, for knowledge is limited, whereas imagination embraces the entire world, stimulating progress, giving birth to evolution. Albert Einstein. Quotes from Chapter 16, Famous People Who Have Used the Force. Some might ask, how can I change my life when I get up every day and face the same story? The very story I feel stuck with. I feel trapped in a cycle of the same thing but a different day, and I don't have the extra money, wisdom, health, or courage to change anything. I hear this story from my students time and time again. Well, as mentioned before, we are responsible for everything that has occurred in our lives thus far. And our lives are a reflection of who we really are. Change what you are, and things change. That's a fact. I've experienced it all my life. We do not have to be the victims of circumstance. It's a choice. It's a mental choice we make, and we focus on it with all the senses of reality until it becomes an objective fact. The experience of a negative mental pattern we hold in our imagination continues to expand. As long as we focus our imagination on it, it keeps us in a negative existence. You see, when we keep observing our results in life and focus our attention and energy on them constantly, we create the same results. For example, the bad relationships, low bank account, boring job, poor health, and so on. It's important not to take your unwanted current situation as fact. Remember, your imagination has created your reality thus far. It is all different states of mind that we pass through on a daily basis, so ignore the facts. If you are not satisfied with your life the way it is, for example, the job you are in, your relationship with your partner, friends, or family, your health condition, your financial situation, or whatever else for that matter, challenge your reality mentally. Refuse mentally to accept the situation as it is and live through it, but don't accept it. This may seem quite hard to do, especially when you are faced with the same state of affairs day in and day out. But with practice, it becomes easier as you remain focused on the new desired states in your mind. You have to weather the storm, so to speak, until the effects of your previous thought patterns diminish and subside. And then you will begin to experience your new desires fulfilled from your creative sessions via the Force. Change who you are for the better in your imagination, and you will experience a whole new world. I've seen it time and time again. It will feel like magic. I urge you to try it and see for yourself. You will be truly astonished. I have heard many a student say, "I can't believe it's that simple." Our world is nothing but a virtual helmet operated by our human imagination. Abundance is not something we acquire. It is something we tune into. Wayne Dyer. From Chapter 18, Challenge Your Reality. As I said before, continue to enjoy the feelings of these sessions day by day, until such time the whole episode feels real and plays out before your very eyes. Always challenge your reality. Ignore your current state of affairs playing out on your screen of life, and remain focused on your controlled daydream with faith and belief that it's already happened and it's a done deal. From Chapter 19, Summary and Recap of the Creative Process. A final thought. I hope this book has a great effect on your life. You may find that you want to read this book over and over to grasp the concept of creating your life via the Force, and to develop the skill to a fine art. Live knowing, daydream often, be thankful, share the knowledge, and be happy. For more information, visit createyourlifebyforce.com. This link, as well as a link to purchase this book on Amazon, will be provided in the information section below this video.